Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Axiom Verge. So I looked at a walkthrough. Apparently we're in the wrong area. The area to the right is apparently the place I'm supposed to be. So we're going to have to make a trip to that, and hopefully we don't die in the process before I can at least lock up and save up. In the walkthrough also, it did seem to mention that there really was no point in which you probably would leave your remote drone for to make vast travels, which we've done twice. So that's wrong. Also, it mentions that there's a grapple, so now that I know a grapple exists, that's going to be the way we either climb on the ceilings of walls or swing on the ceilings of walls. Okay. Now, would it be any more convenient to go up this direction? Oh man. These guys are wasting my time and irritating me in the same step. Annoying little creatures. Alright. So now I think this way is where we need to go. Let's play a little bit more cautiously, because we do have a couple of rooms that we still need to get through. I would like to see an improved damage still. These medium-sized spider creatures. It probably is going to be a case of mostly we're going to be fighting medium and small-sized creatures, and we won't have to worry too much about giant creatures and bosses. It's been a while since we have seen a boss, which is part of the problem, certainly, for the experience we've managed to get for ourselves. And it always sucks when you're having some confusion and you just can't really figure out what the next place to go is. The game is certainly not helping me, and if I just miss something, which is exactly what I did, then I am left wandering around trying to figure out what I missed. So here we go, up here, and this is the area we've been to a couple of times, and we even spent the extra time looking through that extra fragment, and that still wasn't good enough. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. Although I need to remember that I can just corrupt those guys now and kill them just as easily. Alright. So we'd been here, and then I had died, and I had forgotten about this, and it killed me pretty quickly, so I think it is probably worth it to go and seek out the save file, save location. Still takes a while to corrupt these guys, though. up here, and then this way to the save location. So we know we're in a good position. And this save location is far enough away that I now see what happened. I clearly was working my way towards going through that area, and I died, and then in the frustration of dying, I lost the plot and didn't remember that where I was going or what I was doing. So I then just started back into wandering around. It's still way too slow. And let's see. This might be the better one to do. So it was these guys in particular that, so I didn't even get through this room, and they were hitting me, and they are still hitting me and doing a considerable amount of damage considering their, let's see, it's right over the spot. If I can hit them, I can hit them both if it's right over that second brick. But look at my health. I'm at half a health bar just to get from one room to the other. But it did refill me. I could have sworn that we had been through here. I missed something, clearly. Or I was in a room that was very similar to this. Well, this is the right direction. It seems to be changing the quality of the water in some way too. This is weird. We have a half corrupted water and half uncorrupted water. Oh yeah, it makes a solid. Interesting. Right, you just go and you hit as many enemies as you want. These guys are just working for me. And we'll just see if there's a secret. It does look like there is. Is this going to be a health fragment? It seems like there are only 5 health fragment nodes. Well, no, 20. So that would be 4 collections of 5 in the entire game. So we could be a lot further along than it might seem with stuff like that. So yeah, there's just a lot of map here that I totally missed. And I'm pretty sure that that's going to be the case in a lot of cases. And it does seem like that fragment, that corrupted section, is almost a one-for-one copy of this area. I guess we'll go over here. Yeah, there's a save file right next to another save file room. Interesting. You can throw those remote drones up higher to get an idea of what things are visible. I guess once I get the grapple, though, I'll probably be able to get up in that area too, and then we'll realize that there's never anything in them. Pretty quickly, I imagine. And I do believe we might have a boss fight at this point. Surprise, surprise, it's another giant armed monster. Who is it? Are you demon? No, just a normal guy, trust me. I don't even want to be here. If it carries weapons, but looks like unsure. I only carry this gun to defend myself. If you just let me be, I won't use it. I wonder if I'm getting more dialogue here because I'm using the code. Cannot trust self, cannot trust Athos, but to be safe, it must die. Alright, this one's gonna be a problem, I think. If we can get behind it or get under it and avoid some shots, that's all I think we need to do, is like the under shots are like, honestly, I think I can just use the remote drone on this guy and I think that'll work fine. So what happens when we corrupt these guys, by the way? I don't want to take any damage before I'm even in the room. Alright. It's not letting me use the remote drone. Interesting. Let's try this. No, not that one. Hypno-atomizer? Yeah, this one should work pretty well. All I have to do really is duck down and it will hit it fine. That did a decent amount of damage to it, but I just need to be a little bit more careful. Oddly, you can't use the remote drone. Yeah, I imagine that the hypno-atomizer just did a little bit more damage. Let's see. You know, at this point, I would prefer this as a quick select. So it goes this, and then I would like this changed to this. So yeah, that still doesn't seems like your default shot stays regardless. The whole system. So I'm gonna go in this fight with a quarter health, just because, and now I imagine it'll be a waste of time. Alright, jump, dodge, and push forward, and then take back. I'm at half health. Alright. Jump, jump, and jump, and jump again, and push forward, and push 2 forward. Alright. I probably don't really need to push forward, but we'll see. Yes, come on. Jump, 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 jump. Almost got hit and died. Again, with no life bars, no clue if he was 1 hit away or a dozen hit aways. Yeah, you just never know. I guess I'm gonna come over here and set that as the quick select now, because this firing gun, this gun in particular, I am gonna be using a lot of. Alright. So now we're back to full health. And we'll see what I can do if I really need to push forward. 1, 2, 1, and as long as he doesn't crouch down, I kind of don't need to do anything. He's got a slightly different pattern. Crouch down right now. That was my first hit. Yeah, and I kind of don't need to move, and because I kind of don't need to move, I'm fine. So, just like a lot of the previous fights, it really is a simplistic matter of, once you figure out the way to play it, it is actually really easy to fight these guys. They're not randomizing their attacks enough. They're not doing anything. That was slightly different. It jumped up and did an angular attack. That one seemed almost reluctant to fight. Else Nova, what's going on? Athos soldiers were originally normal humans. He used his pathogen to transform them. Well, aren't you doing the same thing to me? But sometimes they remember small parts of who they once were. So I've been killing innocent people? No, they were those most loyal to him. They helped him spread pathogen. Okay, maybe they're not innocent, but still they're people. Is there some way I could get by with not killing them? No, at least I don't think so. But Trace, if you had been here, you would not want them to live either. Alright. So our health is back up. And I don't see how we get up that direction without a grapple. So here we have a third face. Trace. This is Ketrahaska. She was ally of Athos, or Athatos. She tried to kill us, but we stopped her. So she's dead. All of you look rather immobile, you know. How did you even fight? Drones. It was all we had after everyone died. But then Athatos disabled even those. So we've got another face. And clearly, there must have been a humanoid society at some point, because you wouldn't be putting human-like faces on robots for no reason. This is a weird. There's a brick. There's a hole in the wall. But I just shot it through and it just died. Interesting. So I don't know why there's a black hole in this wall that bullets don't seem to want to go through. These guys seem stronger by far and way too fast. We can't go that way. Okay. So are we going, do we want to go this way? I guess I do, because I kind of know where I'm supposed to be going. Because I looked at the walkthrough. Right. Thank you, drones can now begin repairing us. So my remote drone was not the drone we needed. So what now? It would be good to make sure Ophelia is repaired. She has a way to bypass pathogen. Also, you wanted to ask her about breach. That's the key to this whole thing, right? Athatos is using the breach to trap you here while slowly killing you off. Yes. The breach may very well just be a computer firewall. So, ultimate goal is stopping Athatos, with secondary goal finding Ophelia. But you will need to look for ways of reaching them. That makes sense. Let's see what I can find up ahead. Well, these drones don't seem like they're bad. And then we have these guys that do seem like they're bad. I don't want to take any risks. Speaking of taking risks, let's look and see if there was something over here. Just want to make sure that that room is pretty small, so it gives me the feeling that there probably is something in there that I'm missing. Now we're just killing animals instead of... Well, I guess we've been killing animals at this whole time. It seems like. There is, I suppose, a divide from old games and new games. This is the Tomb Raider conundrum, certainly, where the original Tomb Raider games you were shooting dinosaurs and wolves and all kinds of animals, and now that's pretty much considered unappealing as a gameplay style enemy, and so you're killing humans left and right, whereas when the original Tomb Raider game came out, killing humans was more along the lines of a Mortal Kombat game that was trying to be edgy, and that's certainly true also even for like Super Mario Brothers, which is a much older game than Tomb Raider. you're stomping on Goombas' heads. You're fighting turtles and King Bowser and not King Bowser, but whatever. There's definitely been a shift there, and I guess a Castlevania game, they're kind of clearly monsters, so monsters fall into that third category, where it's always been so far acceptable to shoot monsters, vampires, things like that, zombies, as long as they're not directly sentient thinking humans. And this game is touching upon that somewhat, but this is also kind of ignoring that in the gameplay. But then I don't know how you would really make a great Metroidvania style game with a bunch of humans walking around, because then that would feel too much. It would feel too much like a different style of game. More like a Armored Core, I don't think it's the name, but there's several. I doubt this is a save room. Oh, well, I guess I was wrong about that. That's, I guess, why you always want to check. Happy to make progress now. It was getting ridiculous. Bionic Commando is what I'm thinking of, yeah. Which, yeah, Bionic Commander, or Commando Rearmed was the game I covered relatively recently. Talk about a toss. See, I was kind of trying to see if I could get it up there. You can definitely see that there's totally room for a grapple that we're trying to unlock. So here, we're gonna jump here and then fall through that and then work our way as much around this as possible. So, grapple, fire is a grapple that allows you to swing from rocks that it latches onto. So that totally changes the game. And it is... How does this work? It's an item. Press B. Okay. So it's not a weapon. Alright. So no more real trouble getting to places. Oddly, you don't kind of swing back, you just grapple and then swing forward. So it's just like, yeah, you hit B and then it swings rather quickly. Probably quicker than most grapple guns I've seen. Alright. So this is just a matter of... This is gonna kind of suck to get the hang of. Stand here, hit that. Hope you can get it. It's probably easier just to do this, actually. Shoot up, fire, shoot up, fire, shoot up, swing, yeah. I don't think I can get up any higher than that. So we're gonna have to do it that way. This is an awkward program, certainly. Like, to be so ambitious and program in a grapple was, well, definitely unexpected. Probably a bad idea too. So if I hit that, I'll take a bunch of damage, but then I can come over here. But yeah, there's kind of nothing there. So this is kind of just a shortcut. So there are some places where grapple will make sense. There are some places where your grapple won't do anything for you at all. Like here. If I do this and then jump up here, unless I was trying to send the remote drone backwards on the swing, like if I was able to swing this way, then real quickly shoot a remote drone backwards, that might help, but probably not much. There. Oh. I also see. Alright. Oh, this is gonna turn into a nightmare scenario if we fall. Let's ask this question. If we're hanging here, can we shoot the remote drone? No. So that's gonna be a problem too. Yeah. The controls were already a little wonky. Throwing in a grapple has only added to that questionability. The weirdness of the wonky controls. But I guess I kinda wanna get the stuff. Like, I don't wanna have to. I don't wanna have to come back in this area a second time, or third time, or fourth time. Right. Seriously, though. And there's not even a good way to die unless I had left. Yeah, I guess unless I had left an enemy down there to kill me. Oh, man. And see, it's been 4 minutes over. I think for sanity's sake, like, I will play this a little bit off screen until I get to that collectible or give up, because yeah, this could be another 30 minutes right now just struggling to get up the area. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know why, what it's trying to teach me here, other than that the grapple kind of sucks. It's for slow thought out processes, alright, but I don't think I'd ever be able to hit enough of a level of expertise to make it all the way up to feeling confident with this. Because the controls are just too wonky. Let's do an experiment here. If I am here and then I do that, that's no good. If I do this, I jump up, and then if I hold B, so it's like if I go up, hit B again, it will pull me up. I can pull down. If I swing, I immediately jump. If I swing, I can immediately jump again and try and grab the ledge, but it's not going to particularly work. So, biggest jump possible to get to that. That's a power node. That increased my damage considerably. Alright. Now, the weird thing is I know that there's another collectible down below. And there's clearly nothing else here. So we do this. And I guess what we're supposed to be doing is dropping. I don't get what I'm supposed to do at that point. Did I miss something? Oh man. Maybe we're gonna be in a better position than I think though, because maybe this really is more of a case of yeah, I would have to get up here and then have to shoot the drone from that position. So can I make that? No. So Alright, well, no new codes, no new journals. We've unveiled a lot more to this area, but there actually is quite a lot more to this area still. This map, I guess, is about, looks like it's taking up the entirety of the square that it's in, which I guess is somewhat similar to all the previous maps, or what I suspect will happen with the previous maps. There's, I guess we're halfway through upgrades now, so theoretically this could be considered the halfway point in the game, but I don't know if that's really true. I'm gonna just play a little bit off screen until we can get until I can get to that platform, just so we don't have 20 minutes of me jumping around and using the awkward grappling. That's going to be it for this recording though. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.